I was in Zimbabwe, which is a country that's a little more financially strained than South Africa. So when I went to Zimbabwe, for high school, we had these missionaries come in, Christian missionaries, to come build a 1-day classroom, right? And 1-day church, 1-day this. So we were all excited, you know. And the thing about Zimbabwe is that like it's a very monogeneous country. So like you only see Black people 99% of the time, which is different to South Africa, right? So, you know, all these folks from Canada, Australia, and the United States came in, 80 people.
Wow.
Ranging from the ages of 15 to 86, right? And they're here to come build a 1-day classroom for us.
Meaning they construct something in 1 day.
Yeah, that was the plan, but it actually took like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it did look like it was done in 1 day. Actually, kind of looked like it was done in 1 minute. But what happened was, so they came over, and you know, some of these kids, you know, from Zimbabwe, this is like the first time seeing white people, so everyone was really excited. But like, we were made to like clean and like prepare and all this stuff, right? These guys came and then they spoke and they told us like we shouldn't drink Coke.
Wait, what? They're giving you health tips? You need to eat vegan. You need to eat organic over here is what you need.
Where's Whole Foods?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the funniest thing ever. They probably were thinking, hey, you need to start eating those avocado sandwiches.
Yeah. Avocado toast.
They started telling us all this stuff, and then like, yeah, we're going to build this. And we like had to put on a show for them. And then they started laying the foundation. And basically what they did, bro, they built a tin room shack as the 1-day classroom, right? Which was worse than any building on campus. Like all the other buildings were like made out of concrete block plus the nice, you know, looking buildings, which are good for the climate, etc. They built this tin room shack and said, hey, here's your 1-day classroom, right? And I was taking, the school had a building program. So we were being taught how to build. And I remember looking at this, I was like, yo, I was like young, but I knew this was wrong.
Yeah,
I was like, this does not make any sense. That building ended up being a white elephant because it was too hot during the summer.
Yeah.
It was too cold during the winter. Like we couldn't even use it when they left, right? And I calculated like a flight is about $1,000. Just by their flights alone,
Right.
that's like $86,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
We could have built the whole campus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you convert it into Zimbabwean dollars. And then there's the accommodation. And when they were there, they obviously went to visit the Victoria Falls, 7 Wonders of the World, etc. So like, man, this was a vacation made to look like they're here to build something for the community. You know what I mean? And then it was a photo op, right?
Yeah.
And that didn't sit well with me as a student. And then I went to study in America, and I would walk by the student center, and those groups would be out there recruiting students to go to Africa to go do that same thing. So that's kind of what I saw, and that's what's sad. But with Black Lives Matter and with, you know, learning more about sort of systemic racism around the world and how architecture has played a key role in all these different places, I came up with the idea of Ubuntu architecture abroad to be able to take people, students of different backgrounds to South Africa, teach them about apartheid architecture, what it did then and the effect and the lasting effects of it today, whilst also equipping them with the skills to be the solution. So they would be designing and building a home for a family in need that was affected by apartheid architecture. So the idea and the concept behind that is that they can then go back to their communities, right, and implement some of these principles they learned here in creating more inclusive, more equitable places that enable opportunities for all.